What's good, y'all? In this video we'll be talking again once more about Anora, but this time we have a developer response in regards to her immunity situation. Furthermore, right over here you'll see a video in regards to which summons are actually considered summons for Anora, because that's also going to be rather important later for the video. So let's get into it, and straight off the bat, it is not a bug. The fact that the Anora can't get rage from Hollow or Elowin is not a bug. It's intended that way, because in that case, the rage region from Hollow and the rage region from Elowin are a buff. So that's why she's immune to it. Now, the reason that the developer stated on why it is that way is because Anora, even though she is immune to rage region and mainly immune to inspiration, she still puts out basically the same numbers as if a mage was boosted by a Dolores. So that's the response. Anora's kit isn't going to change, but they also kind of gave me a mission in regards to trying to not guess, but think about the reasons why this could be. What Anora as a hero and with her capabilities, what it could mean. And I thought about it, and there's only one route I can personally see, and that is going to be the summoner route. Because if we take a look at it right here, we have the fact that when an allied summon dies, labor gains attack, so up to 15 times. And then right here we have agitation, when on the battlefield increases the attack of labor by 15% and grants damage increase to other allied summons. Furthermore, while they did introduce Anora onto the test server, they also reworked Norvras. Norvras is now a proper summoner summoning straw minions. So if we're trying to connect the dots and think about it, it makes sense to have her kinda be like that front unit, the center unit, like your go-to unit for the summoner faction. Obviously the summoners aren't a faction, but kind of like an archetype. And if we look at her as like the strongest summoner, and then we have people like Kate and Kriya, Norvras, Cyrus, we have these people in the faction, then there's only 2 or 3 more things that are missing for the summoner faction to actually become viable as an archetype. Number 1, we need a boosting hero. One hero that is mainly just doing boosts for heroes that summon. So kind of like a Dolores, but for summons. Not just a 10% damage increase right here, but for example 200% attack increase to all summons. Something like that. As soon as we get a key summon boosting unit, and then on top of that, maybe a single target summoner. A summoner that summons something with very strong single target, because that's also kind of missing. Those would be like the scenarios where this design choice really makes sense. So on the note of if you should summon for Anora or not, it is really kind of the same investment you're taking when you summoned for Dahlia. For Dahlia, you're summoning for future content because you believe that her kit is unique enough to be valuable in future content. For Anora, you're summoning for a key limited unit that is going to be a huge defining part of a new archetype. Because if we do get someone that boosts summons like a Dolores, and that person then boosts Anora, and then we're talking, then we're really talking. So Anora is an investment into future released units where we're betting on the fact that we're getting synergies that are going to make her and her whole archetype stronger. And Dahlia is an investment towards future content. So basically what I want to say with this is Anora is going to stay the same way she is. Anora still has an exclusive artifact that we haven't yet tested because it is announced. It is in her event. Everybody is going to be able to get it, but we do not know what it does. It is not on the test server yet, and I don't know when it will. So, for those curious what an Anora can actually do, feel free to watch the Dahlia versus Anora showdown video, in which I really go over the capacities that both of those units have in current content. And yeah, it really does look like they intentionally gave her the immunity. Now, there isn't only bad things about this immunity, right? Because Anora being immune to buffs, yeah, okay, that's bad, but debuffs, there's going, especially if she's immune to, at the moment, virtually any buff, she should also be immune to virtually any debuff. So she shouldn't be able to get frozen, she shouldn't be able to get stunned, she shouldn't be able to get silenced. I'm wondering, you know these tentacles and Void Rift, is she immune to that? Is that a debuff? Is that an enemy attack? Who knows, right? She should be immune to poison. Poison is going to play a very, very major role in Guild Boss 2. So her immunity to poison is actually pretty good. And yeah, I guess we're kind of going to end this video on a review of what you've seen over there, right? So what I find really weird and what I find rather to be something that has to change for the Summoner faction to become a viable archetype is, why the hell are Praetus and Calypso not considered summoners? I mean, if you take a peek at their kits, let's just take a peek at their kits real quick. So here we got Praetus. Praetus says, summons a Light of Judgment. A summon that attacks together with its summoner. But it doesn't work, at least not at the moment. And then we have Calypso, where her ultimate states, summons a Seal Stone that deals damage equal to 30% attack to the target every time Calypso attacks. Attacks together with its summoner. Why aren't they working? What is going on there? Is that intentional? And also, what is up with all that wording in regards to summons, right? Because as you've probably seen, we also tested Raiden. Because Raiden, after activated, summons Thunder, right? It's technically not a summon, but he summons Thunder. And then another issue is going to be, for example, for Kriya to be really viable. On a note of Kriya though, if you've seen the clip, man, that Stormcrow she summons is so fucking cute. That Stormcrow is so fucking cute, and that it flies like around the whole map and just zaps enemies to death. I gotta admit, Kriya rose way higher on my appreciation scale, so I'm not that sad about pulling her yesterday. So why this magic attack? Yeah, it looks like a summon. Sure, that's fine. It's not her. I think it's really apparent on Cade. On Cade, it should be really apparent. Cade summons Windbeak to deal 120% damage that will bounce to one extra target. Also isn't a summon. So yeah, I guess we end this video on the developers responded. It wasn't a mistake. If you wanna pull for Anora, pull for Anora. You'll get like a bigger guide again by the time she's relevant, which should be in around 2 weeks. And I go back to no-lifing Guild Boss 2 to prepare for you.